So this right here is a masterpiece, okay? Now this right here is a monstrosity. So I'm not gonna lie, my art sucks. I compare myself a lot to people. It's just kind of natural. This is something that you must do when you're in some sort of artist, especially in my age range. I compare myself to a lot of people. Like, dude, there's literally like people who are 19 years old, millions of followers on TikToks, make millions of money. That's annoying, because I'm just in my room, chilling, cranking out some drawings and mustering up the courage to get on YouTube and TikTok. But it's okay. So I see this guy, D80 Mark. He's probably my favorite YouTuber right now that I watch. And shout out to his podcast actually. He's killing it with this guy Third, and he's a really good artist. And I want to be like him because he was really inspired by manga as well. And I just want to get to a similar level to him. So lately I've seen that my art skill is not the best that it can be in my writing and my drawing as well. I really want to fix that. And a few days ago I was quite sick. I've been sick. You could probably hear it inside my voice. I think I got the Rona. Put in my prayers. And so I came across the topic from Ergo Josh about the art that's being made by AI. Now, if you haven't seen it, which you probably have, basically it's a computer program that's an AI, which is like basically just like a robot that learns by itself, and it can paint pictures, draw pictures, draw characters, draw weird paintings by just describing to the program what it has to draw for you, and it could probably draw way better than you or I. Now, my initial conclusion was fear. You're probably like me if you're watching this video, and being an artist is kind of the only thing that keeps you from dissolving like Shigaraki just touched you with 5 fingers. And I thought that AI was going to steal the creative jobs from us, that there's no hope, so I might as well just accept my fate as some office worker inside Silicon Valley or something, and just not living the life that I wanted to live because robots took over. What a robot can't do is be human, right? Who's seen Chappie? Yeah. A robot can simulate a human, but this art software can't tell a story, can it? Dude, I probably sound so bad right now. It's not looking good. I don't feel good at all. I probably don't look good either. So the reason why that computers won't beat your art is because your art has a purpose. Now, this art that they make through this program, it doesn't really have a purpose yet. It like can, I guess. You can use it like for ads or something, or if you're just a really creep and you just want to make something weird, then just go for it. The things that you make have a purpose, no matter how much they suck, which mine do, and yours probably do as well. My art, for example, that I post online, that I try to at least, serves the purpose of visualizing the ideas that I get while I write my stories, because I was writer first, not really a comic book artist first, because I didn't draw until I was like 18 years old. Now, this is where AI beats the artist. What's a story? Well, a story essentially is the hero's journey, which we all learned in school probably. You probably did in the English class or something. And this is basically the lesson of life. This is how people change. This is how people learn lessons, is through trials and tribulation of leaving the village, quote unquote, your room, and going through trials and tribulation to get to a certain goal and to overcome obstacles to get to that goal. Once you quit that goal, you come back changed. Now, this is where a robot cannot do that, because the robot is programmed. Now, sure, the robot can change because it can learn as well, and that's a different conversation for a different day. We all go through trials and tribulations throughout our life, and that's kind of why people can still be creative. That's the reason why that this would be like the last job on Earth, probably, because once civilization gets to that point where there's just robots everywhere, people won't be actually working in McDonald's anymore, and there's just robots everywhere, that the creative jobs and tech jobs will be the last two fields. People talk trash about Gege Akutame. He's probably my favorite mangaka right now, because he writes Jujutsu Kaisen, which is a really good anime and a great manga. And people say his art's bad, which, I mean, at points, yeah, it's not great. It's not the most visually appealing, but it serves the purpose, because people don't really care about his art. The story that it is told in such a way that hits the heart. It gets the story across of the hero we're following, which is Yuji. And same thing is said for the manga behind Chainsaw Man, Tatsuki Fujimoto, about how his art is really simplistic and just very messy, and that's very true. But it serves the purpose to get his point across, which is to tell the great story of Chainsaw Man, and also to feed into Makima Sims as well. You should not see your art as these magnificent pieces you make inside your drawing software. That's really dumb to think. Be humble, okay? You're not. It's Leonardo da Vinci painting the Sixtine Chapel, are you?
What?
You're probably not. You're probably just like me. You're probably wanting to draw like your own anime-style characters to tell your story that you've written, right? Because that's what you want to get out. So you have to use your drawings to get it out in such a way that you can. Because as much as I like novels, people besides J.K. Rowling and like Stephen King and other people like that, we're not gonna be making millions from our novels. We're probably gonna be making like nothing. Like, you probably won't get your profits back, but they're the best media is visual media, and most shows and movies come from comic books or some sort of book in general, and so that's why I'm deciding to start out in the book industry to actually move on to the film industry. But yeah, so whether you draw like people's song covers, you draw graphic designs for companies or brands or something like that, like for t-shirts or things like that, or you make manga characters like me, your art serves a purpose, not just to be pretty art. And that's what these AI are doing. They're making really pretty art that goes with convention, that is possibly abstract, that looks really nice to look at, but it has no purpose beneath the surface. There's not much to actually see with the art. I guess there's like that hidden meaning thing, but besides that, there's not really much. But people who write stuff like things like Salonen or like the Flowers of Evil, stuff like this. Like, these people had things to say, and they drew pictures. Spoiler, but they drew pictures of what they wanted to say, and that's just kind of what your job is. Your job is not to make something that's pretty. Your job is to make something that serves a purpose. Unless you draw hentai, of course, then like, the purpose would be to look good. So I guess just get really good at that shit, man. So I hope this video was helpful. I'm certainly sick, but I'm gonna do a string of videos right now, so you'll probably see me in the same shirt for the next few videos, because college is coming up soon again, which I'm not happy with, but that's okay. So I hope this video was helpful. It's fine that your art sucks. Your job is not going to be stolen from robots quite yet. It's actually going to help you in the long run. So I would suggest watching Ergo Josh's video on this, because his video is pretty comprehensive on the topic. So yeah, so like I've said before, know the truth, speak the truth. It's Scalia signing off.